Guys, so the next program that we're gonna see discusses the concepts of friend class and friend function and how to implement them. Now, what is a friend class? A friend class can provide access to private and protected members of classes in which it is declared as a friend. Now, we'll see that as we've seen before, every class that we've written before, for example, the class box, right? We've written the class box. We've opened this and we've written a public access specifier. But there are also specifiers which say private and protected, in which you cannot access the class fields or the methods under private in other functions which are not related to this class. As, for example, inside main, any protected or private member cannot be accessed. Inside other functions, it's the same deal. So, how to make a function a friend function, or a class a friend class, and why to make it a friend class? Now, there may be a secret, class field that other people, other objects, other functions should not know about, and only this class has those secrets. So think about it as a secret, alright? Now this class can have a friend class. A class is, for example, let's just think about this as student 1. A class student 1. Class student 1 has a secret, alright? He kept it under private. And his friend, a student 2, uh, wants to, access that secret and change it a little bit, because he knows that his friend knows a different secret or something like that, but he wants to change it, or he wants to view it, or he wants to do something about it. Alright, so this student 1 has his friend and he has to share his secret with his friend. So it's basically this concept, and we'll be showing that more detailedly in a program. For example, I'm gonna take the program as my class. Alright, and keep in mind that classes should have a toggle case, which is the first letters of each word should be in capital. So in that my class, you'll have a protected field, don't worry about it, but the first field, so access specifiers, the first thing should be public, and then at the end should come the private one. So my class, this is an initializer in which you initialize a certain secret to 0. So you might ask, what is a secret? So I'm just gonna take secret as an integer variable. It's a secret number, and this initializer initializes secret to 0. And you can also within this bracket say secret is equal to 0, but for default you can also do colon, initializer colon secret, and in brackets the number you want as default. So once you've done that, you can go ahead and take another public function which displays the secret. Just say it's already under public, so void print. Now the variables should be given a case called as camel case, in which the first letter is in small, and from the second word onward, second, third, fourth, fifth, so on, all the words, the first letter should be capital. That is the programming good practice. So once you've done that, you open the void and write a cout statement. I'm just gonna copy this, put it in there. So in this cout, you're gonna say the secret number, the secret code is, and the whatever the secret is. Alright, once you've done that, I'm gonna give an endl, and as you see, this class is over. A semicolon finishes it, and you're gonna put another class, the second class, a class, my class, and second class. You're gonna open it. I'm gonna give myself some spacing here so that you can see it nicely. So inside that, it's another function called void change. You're changing the secret. Now I'm gonna get to this reference parameter bit in a bit. Let's just name it a1a for now, and the second thing is int x, and you're basically changing a, okay, sorry, you're basically changing a dot secret to x here. Alright, once you've done that, you go ahead, close this, and now you get into main. But before going to main, can we access this? Let me see. So there's nothing here, and you wanna access this secret, which is a private variable of my class inside the second class, second class. Alright, once you want to do that, if you go ahead and run this program after finishing the main, you see that it'll throw an error saying this is not inside the accessible range of the second class, this variable secret. However, you can change all that by publicly declaring a friend class, second class, right? So you're saying it's a friend class, it can access all the private class fields, and so you go into main and repeat the same things all over again. You say my, is it my class? Yeah, my class, a, and then you say second class b, and then you just want to print my class for now, a dot print member. What did I say? Yeah, print member. And do you give an argument? No, print member has no argument, so it'll print the default, hopefully. And the next thing's gonna be change. So b dot change. That's it. Change, and you're gonna give two arguments. One is a reference to my class variable, so that is a, and change it to maybe a 7, a good number. So once we've done that, you're gonna go ahead and again say print member. Alright, once you've done that, delete everything else and see how it works. You run this program, and I think the input is done. So the secret code in the first place was 0, and it becomes 7. So that's about it. That's about the friend class. Alright, now I'm gonna tell you something about the friend function. So for the friend function, uh, let's discuss the concept first. A friend function is uh, just similar to a friend class. It can be given special privileges to access any private or protected members. So it's the same deal as the last program, this program, but you're not just gonna give class, you're gonna give a different function right here. So let's just say we're gonna take a distance class, and we're gonna add a penalty distance in a friend function. So the second thing this time is not gonna be a class, but it's gonna be just a function. So this function is int. This is add penalty. Um, add penalty, and it's gonna take one argument of the distance. So it's gonna say distance, and it's gonna take an object, right? So let's go to over here, and keep in mind that private access specifiers are always written first and then come the public. That is good programming practice. Private first and then public. Alright, go to private and write, this time it's the distance, but okay, let's write meters, right? In meters. Now inside public, you're gonna first declare the friend function. You're just gonna write friend int and add penalty, and inside there you're gonna say distance. So it's just declaring, so you can write distance, and here this is class distance, so distance initializer. This is not gonna be member but meters. It's not gonna be secret anymore, and let's just say it starts with 90 meters, and we're gonna print it. We're gonna say the current distance is, and we're printing out the distance, which is what is it, meters, right? Yep, meters. So once you're done with that, go to add penalty, and you're gonna say d dot meters. You can access the private variable meters in this friend function. Meters equals, let's just say each penalty will add 5 meters plus equals 5, and since it has to return an integer, we're gonna return d dot meters, which is an integer. Returns, just return. Alright, once you're done with that, go to main, and this time it's distance class. Distance a is the object, and you're just gonna print the distance, and after that you're gonna say you're just gonna call add 5, or even better, you're just gonna print it without even using all of these. Once that is printed, you're gonna take another cout statement and print while simultaneously invoking add 5. It's add penalty of 5, and the current distance is, and it says exactly what the current distance with penalty is. The current distance with, no, the distance with penalty. The first one is the current distance, the second one is distance with penalty. Alright, once that is done, add penalty, written 0. I think it's safe to run it right now. And so the current distance is 90, the distance with penalty will happen. So what I've realized is that in this whole program, I've written code correctly, but right here, which is a function, I've not given the parameter, the argument to the parameter. The parameter is the object of the distance, and the object of the distance we're taking is a. So once you add a and you run the code, it's going to say the current distance is 90, the distance with penalty is 95. So that's about the friend class and the friend function. Thank you.